How's it going, everybody? So, I want to present you guys with kind of like an on-the-spot video here, and this video was more or less brought on by a few other things that ultimately tilted me into making a video like this. Now, real quick, ladies and gentlemen, I want to first talk to you guys about the most recent thing that is on my mind, and it is in regards to fair use. Now, the thing is that for all intents and purposes, I had a parody video for you guys, completely prepped, completely done, and I had uploaded it. And the thing is that it was a parody video that fell well within fair use. Now, to fill you guys in and give you guys a little bit of context here to the situation, for all intents and purposes, what we had going on here was a parody/satire video that myself and Jason had both worked on. It was a few days worth of work, because basically what happens was that for all intents and purposes, like I said, this was meant to be a parody/satire video. I wasn't going to run ads on it because this was using some content from WWE, a very, very big multi-million-dollar business, and a product that I've been a very, very big fan of for nearly 20 years. I mean, WWE has been a very big influence on me growing up when I had first watched WWE when I was 9 years old. Now, here's the thing, is that you guys, some of you guys anyways, know that I'm a fan of WWE because I have posted WWE content in the past. It's not exactly something that a lot of people are a fan of, considering that this is mainly a Pokemon channel, but the fact that some of you guys do enjoy WWE content along with me shows that we have some common interests, and I want to say that's pretty damn awesome that you guys are also a fan of WWE. But getting back on track right here, what was going on here was the fact that I used a very, very, very small portion of WWE property when I had taken around a 30 to 35 second clip from WrestleMania 32 when the League of Nations did their entrance, and that was where Jason put in a lot of hard work with the photoshopping there as well, with the shiny Cosmogs and all that stuff, and it was something that took poor Jason a few days to be able to do. And here's the thing, is that I have no experience whatsoever when it comes to things like photoshopping and edits in that sort of advanced level, so the fact that Jason even went out of his way to do something like that, I'm just like, man, it's like this parody video not only has to be done, but it has to be one of the very best videos that I've ever put my best foot forward in, you know? And it took me all day to make that video, you know? I was planning how to go about it, and, you know, I had to reshoot a lot of things because I wanted everything to be just perfect, you know, pristine, and have it be one of the best videos, and have your guys' vote of confidence that this is, without a shadow of a doubt, one of the best videos that you have ever seen. But alas, it's not to be, because as you can see right here, it got auto-blocked. And here's the thing, is that this is where the first problem here in this situation comes into play, because this isn't the first time that we've been auto-claimed. You know, if you guys remember, to the last time that we got auto-claimed was a reaction to a Pokemon trailer for Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Now, you guys know full well that some of my reaction videos are arguably some of my most popular videos. Well, actually, there's no arguably about it. I mean, hell, my most popular video on the channel with over 40k views is a reaction to a Pokemon Sun and Moon trailer. Now, with all that there being said, you know, I have been able to dispute and successfully overcome this autoclaim. Now, here's the thing, is that we've acknowledged in the past that the YouTube autoclaim system is completely busted. I mean, the moment that there is supposedly audio-visual automatic detection of anything that wouldn't be deemed your property, YouTube doesn't take fair use into consideration, and they auto-slam your video and block it so that no one is able to see it. And it gets relatively annoying, because here's the thing, is that we know what fair use is, alright? And one of the things that is covered within fair use is the fact that it is a parody/satire video. Now, another thing that is a big contributing factor when it comes to considering fair use is whether or not you make money off of the fair use content. Now, for all intents and purposes, this was honestly just meant to be a harmless little parody to give you guys, you know, something to laugh at, and I didn't want to make any money off it because it's like, you know, I am using WWE content, and I'm just like, well, I don't want to make money off it, you know, I just want to have fun with it, you know? So I'm thinking, okay, you know what, maybe the portion that I had used the first time around might have been a little bit too long for it to be deemed fair use, or at least as far as being safe from it being auto-claimed goes. Because it was a 33-second clip or there around there, so I decided to shorten it down to around 25 seconds, so I shortened it down, and then I re-uploaded the video, and turns out, as you're seeing right here, it also ended up getting auto-claimed. So I'm just thinking, you know, now I'm just like, okay, this is getting a little bit frustrating here. This is kind of pissing me off a little bit. I'm just like, what is going on? And the thing is that I had actually tweeted to WWE to see if they could help with rectifying the situation, because they are, in fact, you know, the ultimate owners. They're ultimately the owners of this content, even though it might not have been them themselves that had made the autoclaim, that it was, once again, an automated system from YouTube that is incredibly flawed that decided to make that claim itself. Now, with that being said, only time will tell as to whether or not we're going to get that video reinstated, because I did send in a dispute to counteract this copyright claim. So, with that being said, that's just kind of something that I wanted to talk about here real quick on this video. So I want to say, once again, I'm sorry for the inconvenience, because I knew that you guys were going to love this video. It's just really frustrating, and it's really disheartening, especially given the fact that myself, and especially Jason, put in a lot of hard work to make this video happen, and it turns out the only obstacle when it comes to this video really is YouTube themselves. And with everything that's been going on nowadays, it's like YouTube isn't in the best place whatsoever. I mean, if you thought that 2017 was really bad with the adpocalypse because of what happened with the PewDiePie situation, and it's 2018, and now we got the situation with Logan Paul, who is YouTube's golden boy. Just like, well, shit. It's like, if we thought that things were a struggle before when it came to YouTubers trying to grow on the site, well, it's like, I don't want to sound pessimistic or anything, because I'm never going to give up no matter how bad things get, you know? The thing is that, like, we can't ignore the fact that things could potentially get worse, so we have to be prepared. We need to have a contingency plan, you know? But this right here is something that it is a matter of simply just waiting it out, because we don't know what to expect in the coming days, weeks, or even months. Because here's the thing, is that if we look back to what happened with the PewDiePie situation, you know, almost immediately shit hit the fan. I mean, advertisers were pulling out, you know, like YouTube was just, they were losing a ton of advertisers, a ton of money because of this whole situation, the whole drama, and they got rid of YouTube Red's PewDiePie show. And here's the thing, is that now we have ourselves a situation with Logan Paul, who did something much, much worse than PewDiePie. Now, mind you, it's like, what PewDiePie did making jokes, it's like, I will say that it was pretty insensitive, and I really think that if he knew that it was wrong, he shouldn't have posted the video. You know, I can understand the action of making the video, but the action of actually publicizing the video, that's a whole nother thing, you know? I thought that it was a bad idea to begin with. You know, seeing the video, hearing about it, I'm just like, dude, just no. Like, if I were in your situation, I just would have said, fuck the video, don't post it, because people are going to get offended, and, well, look what happened. Adpocalypse 2017. But here's the thing, is that, you know, PewDiePie was really apologetic, but he ended up getting slammed and slandered hard by a whole bunch of media outlets and a whole bunch of sources and all that. But here with the whole Logan Paul situation, who ends up filming a dead body and then claiming mental illness, it's like, what? It's like, and not to mention, it's like YouTube not only didn't react accordingly, there's a person that voluntarily works for YouTube known as the Trusted Flagger, who actually seen the video was flagged on the same day of the publication of it, and not only was it approved, but it was put on, you know, top trending afterwards. It's like, what are you doing? And not to mention also, YouTube didn't remove the video. They allowed Logan Paul to remove the video. You know, rather than striking it down, rather than, you know, giving him a copyright strike, not copyright strike, a community guidelines strike, because that video more than violated the community guidelines in every which way. You know, there's no two ways about it. And the thing is that only YouTube is now acknowledging the problem because of the outrage from the YouTube community. I want to link you guys to a couple of videos, one from Drama Alert, one from Scarce. They both talk about the same sort of situation, but different perspectives. So I thought I would post a couple of videos for you guys to watch in reference to this situation here. It's a really, really interesting way of looking at things, and there's even more things revealed that's just like, well, YouTube put themselves in a really, really bad spot. So it's just like, I'm just thinking, it's like, with this whole Logan Paul thing, is like, are things going to get even worse? Is YouTube going to auto crack down even more, making it even more difficult or even next to impossible for YouTubers to grow and have their videos auto flagged as not advertiser friendly, and have their videos like blacklisted, or have their channels blacklisted or marked so that way they never show up in the recommended pages, even to those that are subscribed to those channels? Because I've even had some of you guys say that my videos didn't even pop up in your recommended pages, even though you guys are subscribed and all that stuff. And I'm just like, well, shit, it's like, this might be an indication that we ourselves got marked. But, you know, I don't, other than that small thing right there, is like, I can't draw any 100% conclusions until I have all the facts straight. But it's safe to assume, or at least to have reasonable doubt, that there's some sort of weird algorithm that's going on, that is going around and marking down a whole bunch of channels after they have marked their videos saying that they're not safe for advertisers, that they're not advertiser friendly. But yet, here's the thing, is that there are other users. I'm not going to name any users because this isn't a throw you under the bus kind of segment here in this video, but there are other users who have uploaded videos that, you know, are a lot worse than what we do here on this channel. I mean, yeah, sure, it's like, I swear sometimes, but that's about the only bad, like, if we're going to be seriously nitpicky, that's about the worst thing that I do here on the channel, is swear. And even still, it's like, it's not that bad, you know? It's like, I'm not using vulgar language, I'm not doing things like promoting drugs or violence or things like that, you know? Like, we're the complete opposite, you know? We're a channel that's about keeping it real and about having fun, inspiring and entertaining, and making your guys' days that much better with content that I make for you guys. But here's the thing, is that it's pretty impossible to inspire you guys if my videos aren't even dropping in your recommended pages, that even though you guys are subscribed, it's like you guys aren't getting notifications or anything like that, which it really does bug me, because it's like, I do put in a lot of hard work on my videos. Not to toot my own horn, you know, I'm very humble when it comes to things like that, you know, very modest, and I kind of keep to myself when it comes to what I have to offer. But, you know, it's kind of one of those times where it's like, listen, I have to say this because I feel it's true. And here's the thing, is that, you know, I've had you guys leave really encouraging and really, like, heartfelt comments, such as this one right here, from Elite Crafters, who basically acknowledges the fact that, you know, for a channel that is this size, that we're hardly getting any views or any likes or things like that. And see, here's the thing, is that this right here, if we look at it from an analytical standpoint, you would notice that with a channel that has 5,800 plus people subscribed, you would think that the sub to view ratio would be, you know, like 10 for 1 kind of thing. Basically to say that I would get 1/10 the views on my videos as I would the subscriber count or something like that. But here's the thing, is that that's looking at it from an analytical standpoint. From a personal standpoint, it's like, I really don't give a damn about the views or the numbers or anything like that. Just as long as I know that, you know, my content's getting out there, who cares what the numbers say? As long as I know that you guys are watching, you guys are able to watch, and you guys are happy with the content that I make, that's all that matters. I don't give a damn about the numbers. I don't give a damn about the money. I don't care about all that stuff. I mean, you know, this is all I want to do. I know I say this, like, you know, time and time again, and it's to the point of a full-blown cliche, but it's like, it's a cliche that is true, and, you know, that's something that I hold real close to me, is the fact that I enjoy making content for you guys, but the fact that YouTube doesn't seem to enjoy me making content for you guys, it does get really disheartening, you know? It really, really does. But the thing is that, like, I just don't have it in me to take a break. I just don't have it in me to quit, you know? It's just that sort of idea has never really crossed my mind to the point of consideration, you know? I've thought about, you know, what would happen if I have taken a break, or what would happen if I did quit YouTube. It's like, well, here's the thing. That's not going to happen, because so there's no what-ifs about it. I'm not going to quit. But here's the thing is that, you know, it wouldn't surprise me if other YouTubers decide to hang up their video making gear, so to speak, as if to say, you know what, if YouTube is going to be that way, if they're going to be treating us like that, well, I'm done, you know. And the fact is that there have been YouTubers in the past that have quit. And it's because of what's been going on with YouTube as a whole. You know, YouTube is in shambles right now. They're splintered. And we have to come together as a community, and we need to address the problem once and for all. We need to address that big elephant in the room, okay? We need to make it so that the content creators that are very, very deserving of praise and credit through hard work and determination actually ends up getting the recognition that they deserve, you know? And I know quite a few creators who, in my opinion, deserve a lot of credit, you know? Some of them, in my opinion, even deserve to be put on the trending page once in a while, you know? That's just my own personal opinion. I mean, take from that what you will. But it just goes to show the amount of appreciation that I have for those individuals, and I think there are other people who share the same sort of sentiment that I do about their favorite content creators. Now, with all that being said, though, I mean, it doesn't exactly mean that YouTube is going to listen to what their base has to say. By base, I'm talking about us, being the fan base, being their audience, so to speak, being the consumers of the product. And here's the thing is that, you know, I said this time and time again whenever I talked about Niantic and Pokemon Go, is that communication is one of the very most important things to have anywhere, you know? Communication is just, from top to bottom, very, very important, and there's no disputing that. But the thing is that, like, they never communicate with us when it comes to problems, or at least they don't communicate with us properly. And there's been a lot of us who called out YouTube for trying to bullshit us with their communication, or their lack thereof, you know, by trying to give us a false sense of security with a ratchet answer. You know, it really shouldn't be hard to figure out that things like respect and communication are two of the most rudimentary things to have when it comes to a business like this. You know, when it comes to a business where you have a lot of people that not only are consuming your product, but, you know, they rely on you for answers if there is ever any sort of issues, you know. I've spent over 6 years in healthcare security, and communication is very, very important. You know, we deal with thousands of people, like a day, month, year, all that stuff. It's like we deal with so many people that rely on us for answers, and the thing is that, you know, we gotta do the best we can to, you know, provide them with really good customer service. You know, that should just kind of go without saying. And not to mention, I've also worked almost 2 years in fast food industry at Wendy's. So, you know, I have quite the amount of experience when it comes to customer service, you know. I know I might not be the brightest bulb in the package, but here's the thing is that, like, when it gets down to it, at the end of the day, even I know that communication is very important when it comes to any form of business. Now, with that being said, like, with communication, it just doesn't become an important thing when it comes to business, but it also becomes very, very important when it comes to, well, your audience, you know? And this is where you guys come in, right? Anytime that there's ever any sort of issue, even if it's just a really, really small one, I want to do the best I can to make sure that it gets out to all of you guys. That way you guys know what's going on in the there and now, and make sure that you guys have an understanding as to what the situation is, and to give you guys any updates as soon as something happens, you know. I've done that before when there was issues with Pokemon Sun and Moon reactions and things like that. I even have still some of you guys asking me about Pokemon Sun and Moon reactions. Here's the thing is that, you know, I'm sorry for it to sound harsh, but until we get the whole situation with ShowPro squared away, there's not going to be any more Sun and Moon reactions. I'm sorry, but it's like I've already said my case a whole bunch of times. But to be fair though, you guys might not have seen those videos and have seen the message to begin with, so I can't blame you guys too much if you guys don't know about the situation and are asking me those questions. So this is me here now to give you guys yet again another, the same sort of answer to say, listen, they can't happen, at least until the issue with ShowPro is squared away and done and dusted with. But with all that, though, being said, it's like, I'm someone that you could say is pretty anal about communication. I mean, let's just say that, like, you can even ask some of the people I work with. I'm really anal about communication. But the thing is that, like, why I'm so anal about communication, especially with you guys here, is because you guys brought us to this point here and now. It's like, we would not be where we're at without all of you guys. So the least I can do is obviously communicate with you guys, especially if there is something that is of great importance that you guys are, more than deserving of knowing what is going on. And I do the very best I can to reply to all your guys' comments. I know, like I said before, I'm very, very behind when it comes to replying to comments, but I'm slowly but surely weeding through all the comments and responding to every single one of them that I see, because, like I said, it's like, I say communication is very important, so I want to communicate with you guys through the comments as well that you guys leave on various amounts of my videos. Now, the thing is that, like, we talk about respect, okay? We talk about respect for your fan base. We talk about respect for your audience and your community and things like that. And something else that kind of brought this video on, that kind of spurred me into action, was something really disturbing that I seen on Twitter. Now, here's the thing, is that some of you guys might get a little bit pissed off that, I'm bringing this up again, or that I'm bringing up this particular subject again, but honestly, though, it's like, this is beyond inexcusable, okay? So, here it is. So, it should honestly come as no surprise to you, just how much this individual loves and cares about his audience. I mean, he absolutely treats them with the love and respect that he claims that he does, but no. See, here's the thing, is that this right here is just another example of the kind of scumbag behavior that he has towards his audience behind the scenes. I mean, yeah, sure, he plays a different character when he's making his videos, being like, welcome back, Wolfpack, Vrilis here, and all that stuff, and then it's like, thank you very much for watching, have a good day, and all that stuff. It's like, that just comes off as really fake, especially when you got crap like this that is littered behind the scenes. I mean, you see right here in the screenshot that it's basically of an individual who is asking Verlisify why he ended up getting blocked from his stream. Now, granted, I wasn't there for the stream, and I mean, I had absolutely no reason to him because I absolutely despise the guy, and you guys know the reason why, it's should go without saying. But now I will say this, in the interest of impartiality and fairness, I wasn't at that stream, so therefore I don't know what this individual said at that given point that got him banned from the stream. But based on the way that this individual was talking here in the screenshot that you had just seen, he seemed really kind of crushed, like just kind of like really curious as to why he got banned, because he came off as really confused. He was like, he was wondering why he got banned. And he was even apologetic, if he said anything that came off the wrong way, if it came off malicious or anything like that, and even said that he loves his content. So this right here just kind of brought up a couple of red flags. Now, this right here I ended up having come across, and this was just beyond disgusting. It's like, so this right here, it's like, so we have the fact that this individual says that he even loves Verlisify's content, and yet here he is being blocked. Now, you guys are probably thinking, well, wait a second there, MegaCrash. This isn't so bad, like, what's the issue here? Well, the issue is right here. I mean, holy shit, it's like, you talk about going from 0 to 60 just like that. It's like, he basically, he calls him an idiot and says that he's going to be he's permabanned, all because he ended up bringing up the topic of cheating. Are you kidding me? Like, here's the thing, is that, so Verlisify is allowed to make all these anti-cheating videos, but the moment someone talks about cheating with him or asks him or calls him out on it, he gets really, really, really defensive, I'm just thinking, do you have a little something to hide there? You're getting awful defensive there. And here's the thing, is that you know, he makes all these videos about glitch exploitations and all that, but yet it's like he doesn't see that as a violation of the terms of service when it comes to playing Pokemon games themselves. Like, he doesn't see that whatsoever, but yet, if we remember back to the whole Insta-check era, I mean, I think you guys remember that as well. We're not going to get into it because it's already been talked about a whole bunch of times, but here's the thing, is that this right here is just another example of really, really scummy behavior towards his audience. It's like, without his audience, he would not be able to live on his own. He would not be able to survive on his own. And I'm just thinking, it's like, if people even had 1/10 of the subscribers that this guy does, it's like, they would be super thankful. They would be, like, up to the moon in gratitude. I'll tell you one thing, man, is that if I had, you know, that level of growth, it's like, believe me, man, I would feel like that I would be in a perpetual dream that never ends, you know, and I would be really happy, you know, like, I would be praising everybody up and down even more so than what I already do. But the thing is that when I see things like this go on, I'm just like, you know, I think about you guys. I'm just like, man, it's like, I can't believe that there are people like that who take their audience for granted, because without their audience, they would not be where they're at. And this is where I say that I will never, ever sell myself out, and I will never, ever be an asshole. If I ever did do anything that gave you guys the wrong idea, I sincerely apologize. Okay, here's the deal. Any time that I ever say or do something that may be out of character in your guys' eyes, I want you guys to call me out on it. I want you guys to comment if there ever was any times that I might have come off wrong, and I will gladly, you know, explain myself and apologize where it is warranted, because, you know, the thing is that I wouldn't be here without you guys. I would not be where I am, who I am without you guys, and I owe you guys, like, for the most part, I owe you guys my life, because you guys have saved it, you know. I'm so thankful for you guys, and the thing is that it makes me absolutely sick when I see things like this go on, and I'm just like, man, it's like, people like that don't deserve to have all those subscribers, all those fans, and it just honestly just makes me wonder how people could be so thick-headed and so blind to support someone like that when it has been shown and viewed by hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people, the kind of person that he really is, and yet there are people who blindly support him. So I'm just thinking, it's like, what the hell is up with that? What the hell could be so incredibly wrong with those people that are willing to defend the actions of someone like that, you know? It's just, it really is scary, you know? But with all that being said, you know, it really can't be helped to a certain extent, but on the other end, it actually can be helped if we actually stand together and we know right from wrong, and we know what the deal is. And the deal is here is that I've got nothing but the utmost respect and love for you guys. So, you know, I want you guys to know that. I want you guys to know that I absolutely adore you guys. I treasure you guys. I cherish you guys, because it's, as I said before, I wouldn't be who I am and where I am without you guys, you know? Like, some of the best moments of my life have actually been a result of being here on YouTube, and I know that might sound, you know, kind of sad to say or whatever, because it might sound like that, you know, I don't have a life outside of YouTube, which, believe me, I do, but I'm just saying is that, like, you guys have offered me the kind of strength and the kind of happiness that not only was I not expecting out of all this experience, but something that anywhere else in my life up until that point didn't offer me enough of, or offer it at all, you know? So, that's it, guys. With all that being said, you know, I just kind of wanted to put that out there. That's just like, you know, I will never be abusive towards anybody, because I myself know what it's like to be abused. I mean, hell, it's like, I was a former fan of his, and I myself was abused, blocked, and, well, we're here to this point here and now where we absolutely cannot stand each other, and I absolutely despise this individual for the kind of person that he really is behind the scenes. Like, there's no two ways about it, and there's no denying it. So, with that being said, guys, that's going to really conclude this video. Sorry if it got a little bit rambly and all that stuff, but I mean, I kind of did do this off the cuff, but at the same time, I knew what I was going to say, but I didn't prepare a script. But you guys know better than that. It's like when it comes to videos like these, it's more natural to just talk from your heart rather than talking from notes or a piece of paper or some shit like that. It just doesn't feel natural. So with that being said, guys, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to drop more solid content for you guys in a little bit. So thank you guys all for watching. And don't forget, I love each and every single one of you guys. I really do. It's just, you guys make me so happy. Like, oh man. I feel like that one of these days my smile is going to stay frozen on my face because I'm smiling so much. I got to get surgically removed, and I think even that's going to be impossible. So thank you guys for watching. Much love to you. I'll see you guys next upload.